Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I am going to be finally doing my first update on my 2016 Use It or Lose It. In case you haven't seen my intro video where I talked about all the products I selected for this project, I will go ahead and link it above so you can watch that first. So basically, if you're not familiar with what a Use It or Lose It project is, it's similar to a Project Pan, but you're giving yourself a full year to use up the products, and then anything that you don't use up, you just go ahead and get rid of by the end of the year. So it's kind of forcing you to use up some of the older products or products that you are close to getting done with anyways, to get some things out of your collection just to kind of keep things moving. That's the basic idea behind it, and this is my second year doing my project. So real quick before I get into my update on the products, I did want to let you guys know I picked a lot of products this year. So last year my Use It or Lose It was so successful that this year I was like, I guess I was feeling extra confident, so I went a little nuts on selecting my products. And I have a total of 43 products in this project. So that is a lot of product to use up in just 1 year, and especially because I have a lot of other products I'm using, I am not limiting myself for this full year just to these products, so it's making it a little bit difficult. But nonetheless, I'm doing my best to get through some of these products. And the other thing about my Use It or Lose It projects, it's also about using products that I maybe am not sure if I like or not. And if I am using it consistently, it kind of helps me to decide whether or not it's a product I like. And if it's something I don't like, I just get rid of it. I don't force myself to use it up. I do give the product, a fair try out, and if it just doesn't work, then I just let it go. So there are some products that, as I'm going through this, I will mention to you if I've gotten rid of those products. There's been a few. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into this. What I'm gonna do, just like with all my other projects, I'm gonna go in order of how I originally introduced them to you in my video, and I do have my little handy list here to help me keep track of where I'm at. So let's dive right in. Other thing, I'm very new to the whole project panning community, and when I did my first video where I selected these products for this project, I did not mark them in any way. So for those of you who are project panner watchers and in that community, I'm sorry, I didn't do my whole marking things. I am gonna mark things today so that in my final video, because I'm only doing this one update and then my finale at the end of the year. So I will mark them this time around so that you can see for the last half of 2016 what kind of product or progress I make, but this first time around there won't be really a way to show you. So the first item in the project is this MAC pigment in chocolate brown. So this is just a baby pigment. These pigments, you guys, are so hard to use. I mean, it's hard to use these up. It takes so little of this product to when you use it that it's just, I mean, this looks like it's completely full. And by the way, there were 4 products that were rolled over from my 2015 project. So this is the second year I've had this in my Use It or Lose It, and it looks, I don't know if you're gonna be able to see on camera, but it looks like it's still completely full. The product is going all the way to the top of this. So even though I've used it, you can't tell. So this has definitely got a long ways to go. I doubt I'll be able to use it up by the end of the year, but I am going to do my best to use as much as I possibly can. If you guys have any suggestions for creative ways to use this a little quicker, because it is a chocolate brown pigment, so I don't usually wear very much of this. When I do use it, I'll use it either as like a liner on my, or like smoked out on my bottom lash line, or just like on the outer V. So it takes such a little tiny bit of this that it's taking me forever to even make a dent in this. So if you guys have any suggestions, leave those below. Okay, so this is another one of the items that rolled over from last year. The first 4 things I'm going to show you are rolled over. So this is the Maybelline Smoked Eye Kohl Liner in the shade Raisin. and it was an extra long pencil. So right now it looks like I haven't used it because it's like the standard size of a standard pencil, but it was one of the ones that was like extra long. So I have used this a ton. In fact, I am wearing it on my lower lash line today. I love this color because it's a really nice kind of a brownish purple color. So I can wear this with so many different eye looks, and depending on how it catches the light, sometimes it looks brown, sometimes it looks purple, but it's a beautiful liner. It's just taking me a long time to get through it again because it was really long pencil, but I am definitely making progress on that guy. The next thing, which is also a 2015 rollover, is this Lush Bubblegum Lip Scrub. So any of you who have tried this before, you know it's a great product, but again, it takes a long time to get through this. It looks like I'm probably just a little more than halfway through my jar. I'll see if I can get you a close-up there. So yeah, I've been using it a lot, but again, a little goes a long way, and I really was hoping to use this up by this update, and it's just not happening. So I still feel confident that I can get this done by the end of the year. I've actually moved it to my bathroom. I had it in my drawer here, and I kept forgetting to use it because anytime I use a lip scrub, I don't like feeling like there's any gritty residue left behind, so I always rinse my lips really good after. So I feel like having it in my bathroom, it's just more likely that I'm gonna use it, because a lot of times I'm sitting here and I'm like, I don't really wanna have to get up and rinse it after I'm done. So having it in my bathroom is more of a reminder, like when I wash my face, I can do this at the same time. So I have started using it more regularly since I did that, and I really think I can get through it pretty quickly now. So real quick, before I get into the next item, I wanted to show you guys real quick. This is my little travel size makeup bag that I keep in my purse. The majority of my lip products in this project, I keep in here in my purse so that I am likely to reach for them on reapplication. In fact, the only lip products in here are all from my Use It or Lose It project. So that way, whenever I reapply throughout the day, I know I'm going towards my goal for my project. But anyway, the next item that I want to show you guys is this Mally Gloss. So this is the shade Starburst, and this was my last item from my rollover from last year's project, and I really haven't used this at all. There's a few other products in here that I've been trying to get done first and that I'm so close on that I was kind of focused on those, but this is definitely going to be one of the next ones that I focus on. So hopefully I'll be able to get through this pretty quickly, but yeah, that's where it's at. I really haven't used it. It's pretty much at the same point it was in my original video. So the next item that was in my project is this right here. This is the Lorac Behind the Scenes palette. Now, this is a very large palette with a lot of product in here. I'm gonna show it to you guys. So it has eyeshadows up here, some blushes down here, and then lip products over here. In my original video, I told you guys I was not planning to touch these at all because I do not like these lip products. I don't like lip products in potted form like this. It's not my thing. So I knew those were not going to make any progress. And then what I told you guys my goal is just to hit pan on any one of these products. And I was working on this little guy right here quite a lot. On camera, I don't know if you're going to be able to see, but in person you can see there's quite a dip in that product. The problem is, this is very old. This palette is probably maybe 6 years old, and it's really just not a good product anymore. I think it's just gone bad because I remember loving this. I talked about it in favorites videos like the beginning of my channel, but it's just gotten too old and it's very powdery and they really kind of blend away and they're just not good quality. So I know I could try to force myself to at least hit pan on one of these, but I just don't think it's worth it when I have so many other great products that I own that need attention as well. So it is definitely time to just go ahead and let this one go. I'm not even going to try to continue with this. Plus, it is kind of bulky and it's taking up a lot of room in my drawer and it's just kind of getting annoying at this point. So that one I am going to go ahead and throw in the garbage because it is a very old palette. Next thing is another palette. So this is The Coastal Scent 10 Pan Blush Palette. This is the original one that they came out with. This is another very, very old item from my collection, which is the reason I wanted to include this in this project. My goal was the same for this one as the other palette. I just want to hit pan on one of the blushes, and I've been working really hard on this blush up here. So this is just like a really good kind of a neutral rosy blush. It reminds me of the color of Benefit Rockateur without the shimmer. It's just totally matte. So I actually really like it. You can wear it with a lot of different eye looks, and it's just a really good everyday kind of blush. So that is the one that I'm working on. I have not even come close to hitting pan, but I have been trying to use it a lot. So, okay, and then I had one other palette, which is this little palette from NYX. This is the NYX For Your Eyes Only Smoky Palette, and I'll open this up. I actually, I'll show you. This is pretty beat up. I used this a lot even before it ended up in this project. So these two shades right here got broken at one point, so you can see that they're a little bit broken. This color right here is really close to hitting pan. I have gotten a really good dip in that guy. A couple other ones that have a really good dip. So again, my goal on this is really just to hit pan on one of the colors, and then I'll be able to call that one good. And I really think I'm gonna focus on this one because that is really getting close to hitting pan. Okay, so the next item, very exciting. I don't have it here because I actually used it up. Yay! So the next item is the Stila Set and Illuminate. It was a baked like product which had the little sifter on it where you twist the sifter and it brings up the product. I actually ended up removing the sifter and used up all the product that was underneath, and I'm so proud of myself because that was really hard work. I used it up today to set my under eye concealer. So I loved that product. It's very versatile. You could use it for setting your foundation, for setting your under eye like I mentioned, or it was a very, very subtle highlight on the days that you didn't really want to highlight. It was like super, super subtle. So I loved the product. I wish that they still sold it, but they don't. But it was a great product, and you guys will see that in my next empties video. It is in my empties bin right now. Next product in this project was the Benefit Coralista blush, one of their boxed blushes. So again, I just want to hit pan on this. I'm going to call it good after I hit pan. This is a older blush, and I also believe it might be a fake. I got it off of Listia, and the packaging has some issues, so pretty sure it's a fake, but I still liked the blush, so I wanted to kind of at least get some use out of it and try to at least hit pan. But whatever is left of this product by the end of the year will be in the garbage because I just... yeah. The next item is another one that I did actually use up, and you guys will see in my next empties video, and that is the Tarte Park Avenue Princess Bronzer. It was actually just a mini size, but it was a pretty good deluxe size sample of it, and it took me a very long time to get through, but that one is all used up as well. Product in this project is the Revlon Photo Ready foundation. So this foundation, it's hard to tell how much is left because it doesn't like settle very well. It just kind of stays stuck to the sides. But as far as I can tell, I think it's about halfway gone. But the problem is this shade is shade number 2 Vanilla is a little light for me right now. It's a perfect shade match for me in the winter when I'm totally pale, but right now it's just not the right shade. I have been using it here and there. If I'm applying a foundation that's just a little tiny bit dark, I'll add like a half a pump of this to kind of, you know, neutralize the color a little bit. But I probably won't be able to use this guy up the rest of the way until we get back into the fall and winter. I still think I can get through it this year though. I'm really gonna try. So I'm gonna show you the next two products together because they're similar. So the first one is this Physicians Formula concealer. This is like the pen concealer, I don't know what they call this. And then I also had the L'Oreal True Match one that's in a pen version. So this, I'm not even gonna roll it up and show, well, I will. I'll roll it up and show you guys. I haven't used this at all, like at all, because I've been focused on trying to get through this first before I move on to this concealer. So that one has made no progress, but my L'Oreal True Match one, I've made a lot of progress on. I'm really proud of this. So this is rolled up all of the way, and if you guys watched my introduction video, I hadn't really even used this yet, so I've gotten at least halfway through the product, if not more. It is a very thick concealer. I cannot use this under my eyes, and because I the majority of the time I wear a full coverage foundation. I very rarely use a spot concealer. So every once in a while I'll use this to spot conceal, but the main way I've been getting through this is I've been using it as a lid primer, and it's working fantastic for that. I actually have a lot of discoloration on my eyelids, so I like a primer that cancels out the color. So I'll just kind of draw this on, blend it out, and then I do have to set it with a powder. Otherwise it will crease on me, but as long as I set it first, it's been working great as a lid primer. So I know I can get through this pretty quickly now since I started using it that way. I started using it like that about 2 weeks ago, and I've made a lot of progress since I did that. The next item was the Smashbox Photo Op Under Eye Brightener. It was a little miniature size. I actually included that in my Project 10 pan that I did a while back, and I was able to finish that up, and that one is moved out of my collection. Another baby size product that I included was this Benefit Watts Up Mini. This came as a birthday gift a couple years ago. So as you can see, I still have a very long way to go on this. This product, it takes so long. Even these baby sizes, it takes so long to go through this. So what I started doing, because at first I was just using it like as a brow bone highlight, and you use such a small amount, it doesn't really make very much of a dent in the product. So I've started using it as a lid color every once in a while. It makes a really beautiful lid color. So I'm going to keep on using it that way, and hopefully by the finale I can use up the majority of this product, if not finish it off, but this one's a tough one. Okay, the next item that was in my project is another item I used up, is the Milani Eye Tech Liner. It was a felt tip eyeliner. I did include that in my Project 10 pan as well, and so that one was used up and moved out of my collection. So the next thing that I have to show you guys, this is the Makeup Forever Black Liner. This, I'll show you guys, is really close to being done. This was also part of my Project 10 pan. It was one of the 2 products I did not actually finish off. But if you can see, right about where my nail is right here is the handle of this product. So I have very small amount left, just this little bit to here, left to get through. I mentioned to you guys, I really don't like this liner. I would not buy this again. I don't like it. I don't think it's a very good liner. I can't wear it in my waterline. It transfers all over into my eye. The only way I can use this is smudged out on my lower lash line, and I don't do that very often, so it's taking me a while to get through it, but I have made good progress on it, and we'll see. The product is the Starlooks Gel Liner. This was came from a Starbucks box that I got quite a bit ago. I have not really used this very much. There is quite a bit still left in here, so hopefully by the end of the year I can get through some of this. I know it's going to dry out on me if I don't use it by the end of the year, so I really need to get moving on using that. Next product is this Maybelline Color Tattoo in Bad to the Bronze. I have been using this here and there. It is a product that I can't wear every single day, but it makes a really nice kind of a dark brown smoky eye, so every once in a while I'll pull this out and use it for that. As you can see, I'm starting to get a dent into it, so I am making progress. It's just a little bit slow going, so we'll see. Hopefully I can get some more progress on that. I did also have a color tattoo in the shade Too Cool in my original video. I unfortunately went to use it for the first time after I put it in the project, and it was totally dried out and unusable, so that one ended up in the trash. Okay, I have another pigment. These pigments, you guys, are so difficult. So this is actually called the L'Oreal Hip High Intensity Pigment in the shade Tenacious. This color is gorgeous. It's like a peachy rose gold. It is so pretty. There's a swatch right there on the end for you guys. It's just a beautiful rose gold color. I love applying this all over the lid. Sometimes what I'll do is I'll put that the Maybelline Color Tattoo, that brown one, all over my lid, and then just put a little bit of this right in the center, and it just draws a little bit of attention in, and it's gorgeous. But again, it's a pigment. They're so hard to use. It looks like it's totally full. It looks like I have not barely put a dent into it. So the e.l.f. Mineral eyeshadow in the shade Golden. Again, it's like a loose powder pigment, and yeah, I've barely used that either. If I show you guys this, it's gonna dump everywhere, but yeah, it's totally full still. The next one was a Stila blush in the shade Peony. It was like a little baby size that came in a set, and it was a cream-based blush. I tried using it several times, and I couldn't do it, you guys. If you watch my channel a lot, you know I'm not a big fan of cream based blushes, and that one just, the formulation was really hard to work with. So that one I got rid of. It is no longer part of my collection. I also had a Zoya polish, which I had to get rid of. I used it a couple times, but it started to just get, the texture of it was too thick and it was not applying very well anymore. So that one had to go. The next one is this Sinful Colors nail polish. This is in the shade Over Easy. I love this color. I actually have it on my toes right now, but I am going to get rid of it now because, again, it's the texture of it. It's starting to get bad. It's starting to get a little bit too thick. It's hard to apply, and it's just time for this one to go. And then the third nail polish that I had, the Sally Hansen Pedal to the Metal, same thing happened with that one. I picked all of these because they were my oldest nail polishes in my collection, and they just had seen better days. So that one had to go as well. It was just too thick and ready to go. Okay, and then the next thing that I had was the Burt's Bees chapstick. I actually finished that up and I am so proud of myself. I think that is the first time I've gone through full-size Burt's Bees chapstick because I love them and I use them daily, like all throughout the day, but I have so many of them. Like I have one in my purse, one next to my bed, one in my makeup area, one in my bathroom. I have them everywhere. So because I was using so many different ones, it was hard for me to get through one, but I finally did, so I'm very proud of myself. Next item is this Korres lip butter in pomegranate, and I have made a pretty good dip in this. When I first put this in my project, I hadn't touched it yet, so there is a pretty good dip in there now, and I am definitely working on it. I have the Buxom Gloss in the shade Emma. So this is kind of like a clear gloss with some shimmer in it. I do have, I don't know if you guys can see, there's a little bit of a gap starting to happen in the product, but I still have quite a ways to go. I think it's about 3/4 full on this one. But right after that, I have this one here. This is the Buxom White Russian. And I don't know if you guys can see, but this is basically gone. I probably could do like one more application of this, but there is hardly any product left in here. It's, I don't know, can you guys see that? It's basically gone, so. And then I also had this gloss from NARS. This is a miniature size of the Turkish Delight gloss. I have hardly touched this because I've been focused on some of those other glosses, so that one still has a ways to go. And same thing with this Hourglass Child Gloss. It's just a tiny baby size, so once I get started on this, I don't think it'll be hard to use up. It's so tiny, but again, I've been focused on some other glosses, so this one I've hardly used at all, maybe only once or twice. Next up, I have this Revlon Premier Plum. This is like a liquid lipstick, and it's a beautiful color. There is starting to get a few gaps in the product inside. I don't know if you guys are gonna be able to see that, where it's starting to thin out a little bit in there. I've probably used this 5 or 6 times, but obviously I still have a very long way to go. So this is more of a fall shade. I know I'm gonna start using this a ton once we hit the fall. I haven't been using it in the spring at all. I have this lip tar in the shade Lydia. And again, I'll get it nice and close so you guys can hopefully see. There are some gaps starting to happen in there. This one I have used quite a bit. I was pairing this a lot with a liner I'm going to show you in a minute when I had my project going because it looks really nice with that liner. But yeah, this is another thing that's going to just take a while to get through. Next up, I have this. This is a plumping balm that I got from the Dollar Tree. And I put this in my project because I had owned it for like a year and never tried it. So I was like, you know what, I hadn't even opened it. So I put it in here so that I could try it out. I've tried it. I'm not a fan of it. I don't think it plumps at all. It just looks like a clear gloss and it's really not my favorite. So this one I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of as well. I have the LA Girl Lip Glaze in the shade Nude. I really have only used this a couple of times. Again, I've just been focused on some other lip products, so I haven't made much progress on that one. And then next up is this Makeup Forever lip liner. So this I'm getting really close to done on, similar to the eyeliner I showed you guys. This was in that Project 10 pan as well. the handle goes to about here, so I just have a little bit of product left to get through, and I definitely think I can get through this by the end of the year. I love the formula of this. I love the color of this. It's a very nice nude that you can wear with almost any color of lip product. So I know I will get through this. The only reason I didn't finish this off is I just kind of got bored of it because I was wearing it every day for like 2 months. So I was like, I put it away for a while. I needed a break from it, but I still really, really love it. Up is this Tarte Elite Lip Pencil. This is another miniature size product, and I am doing really good on this. That is all that I have left right there, you guys. I have been using this constantly. This and one other lipstick I'm about to show you, I have been kind of rotating between, trying to get them out. I feel like I could totally get through this in the next month. It's a great shade for this time of year. I'll show you a swatch. It's just a nice sheer kind of corally pink. That's it right there. Easy to wear, easy to throw on, and I love it. Next up, another miniature size product. This is the Makeup Forever lipstick in the shade 6N. This came as part of that birthday gift. I have not hardly used this. It's another product I've been waiting to get to until I finish some other things up, so haven't barely touched it. Okay, this is a product I have made some progress on. This is the Revlon Lip Butter in Cotton Candy. And let me roll it all the way up so you guys can see. That is what is left. So I have been using this quite a bit, and you can definitely see some progress. Again, it's a very sheer color, so it's totally easy to wear. It's kind of a, well, cotton candy pink, but sheer. So that's the swatch for that right there. This is another product I've been using a ton, MAC lipstick in the shade Bombshell. This was the very first MAC lipstick I ever bought, and that's all I have left. So I know it does look like quite a bit of product, but I'm pretty proud of myself because I have moved it down pretty far. This again is a great spring color. That's the swatch right there. It's just kind of a good, kind of a frosty pink color, but easy to wear this time of year, and I definitely when you get through this year. I know I will. Okay, and then somehow I missed this guy. I don't know where he was supposed to be at, but this is the CoverGirl True Magic Sun Kisser Bronzer. This is a cream-based bronzer. I did try wearing this today. It's a little bit orangey. I'll show you guys a swatch. I feel like I can get through this, but it's a little harder to wear because it is cream. That's the swatch right there. It's a little bit on the warm side, so it can lean a little bit orangey, but paired with the right products, you can kind of make it work. So I might have hit pan on it. Let me see. I'm close to hitting, yeah, you can see a tiny bit of pan, but it is a cream product, so some of the areas have a little higher product and others are lower, so, but that's kind of where I'm at with that guy. Okay, you guys, so that is the update on my project, on my Use It or Lose It for 2016. It is a lot of product. I've gotten through quite a bit of it, but I still have a ways to go. Wish me luck, you guys, and definitely expect probably by the end of the year, if not right after the first of next year, I will do my finale and let you guys know what I finished off and what is hitting the trash. So definitely stay tuned for that. And thank you guys so much for watching my video today. I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.